People with disabilities get forced out of parking spaces by people perfectly capable of walking. May sound like a small crime, but misusing handicapped placards is causing a lot of frustration and pain for the people entitled to those spots. Our Kristen Keogh explains in this special report.
They started becoming more and more paralyzed, and by the time we got home, they were paralyzed.
67-year-old Gloria Tate doesn't let paralysis keep her from enjoying time with her husband of 50 years.
It's my job to roll her around.
People like the Tates get forced from handicapped spaces too often. In the past 5 years, the Miami Township Police Department has issued 500 citations for misuse of handicapped placards.
And we have conversations with people, and we ask them, hey, I noticed your placard. Does that belong to you? Yeah, that's mine. Thanks a lot. Well, then we run it, and then it comes back to somebody else. So they've lied to us.
Evidence of those lies lines the walls of this classroom in the police station.
So then he finally admitted, he says, well, I went over, took my mom's placard, and I made a copy of it at Kinko's. Miami car 2.
Dayton's news source went with Major DiPietro to see if we could catch people taking handicap spots when they're not supposed to. It didn't take long to find some violators. We saw multiple cases of cars parking in handicapped spaces with no tags. But even when cars have a visible handicap tag, that doesn't mean they're legal.
Major DiPietro tells me that some of the most common misuses of placards they see are expired, fake, no placard at all. But most commonly, they see people using placards that just plain don't belong to them.
They have this idea that the placard goes with a vehicle. That is not the case at all. The placard goes with the person who has the disability.
Within 10 minutes at the Dayton Mall, I saw this violation firsthand.
Do you have a disability or anything?
No, but he does.
He's got a disability. But he's not with you, right? Okay.
That's the cue to pull out the ticket book, but Charles Broyle still thinks his uncle's placard is a free pass for handicapped parking.
But it's not yours, so do you think that they don't have the right?
This vehicle belongs to this back, which is my uncle.
So you think that even though you don't have a disability, you should be able to use it?
This vehicle is the one using it. I'm not using it.
Broyles now faces a fine between $250 and $500 because he didn't want to walk across the parking lot, something Gloria physically struggles to do.
We don't like it when there's other people parking in the handicapped spots if they don't need it. And as you can see, she does need it.
No, because if my uncle was with me and he could be in the store somewhere, it'd be the same thing. I'm not taking nothing from nobody.
Maybe you're thinking his mistake was innocent. Then what do you think of someone using the handicap placard of a dead family member?
I think that's pretty low.
It falls under the all too common category of using a family member's placard, and I saw it for myself.
She was using her husband's placard, who is deceased.
This woman's husband passed away in July, but she claims she has a disability of her own. So DiPietro is giving her a bit of a break.
If somebody has a disability, what we may do, we still may issue them a citation, but we'll tell them how to go about getting a placard for themselves. In other words, say, hey, you need to get yourself legal. Do this very quickly before your court date, and then the court will most likely dismiss this.
Keep in mind, not all disabilities are visible, such as lung disease, heart problems, and arthritis. The next time you want an escape from a long haul, remember those who wish walking was an option.